It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. Next on Madden Football.
Just across I-25 from downtown Denver, the usual 76,000 fans have made their way to Philip and Power Field at Mile High, the home of the Broncos. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson up here in the booth. Greg, we've looked at this matchup, talked about the offenses, the defense. It feels like a tight one, and usually what does that mean? Special teams could be a big factor in who gets out of here with the W.
Each week when we come into these games, Mike, we probably do a disservice to just the importance of how much special teams plays a factor in deciding the outcome of these games. And you're exactly right. When teams find themselves very similar on offense, very similar on defense, all the metrics, all the stats, can you find an advantage, even the slightest one, in the kicking game, the return game, generate a turnover or a big kick return? Sometimes that little slight advantage is all you need to tip the scales in your favor.
Here's Smith to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Broncos led by the rookie, quarterback Bo Nix out of Oregon. The rookie, the last of the quarterbacks taken in the first round, number 12 overall. He's been around, he's 24 years old, but the rookie runs it for the Broncos.
And we've continued to see the young quarterback, Mike, just continue to get used to the speed of the game. And I think that's the biggest thing you hear young quarterbacks talk about coming out of the college ranks. Regardless how good you were in college or what level you played at, there is a big jump in just the speed and the intensity in the NFL. And the quarterbacks that get caught up to that speed the quickest have the most early success. The ones that are a little bit slower, things seem to take a little bit more time. So as he gets more and more reps under his belt, more and more starts in the NFL level at the quarterback position, just expect him to get more comfortable and more acclimated and become the player we saw back to his college days.
They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Anytime you run a draw, you're hoping the linebacker reads pass and starts dropping into his pass coverage. That's what creates space for your running back to get going. Well, not this time. The linebacker saw it from the jump. He's able to penetrate in the backfield and take the runner down for a loss.
And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Here's Nix to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Steelers led out by their quarterback, Russell Wilson. Still strange to not see him in a Seattle uniform where he was for a decade, couple of years with the Broncos. And now Greg, the 9-time Pro Bowler, year 1 in Pittsburgh.
At one point, this guy was one of the top superstars in the entire league, and I don't think he's fallen as far from that as people want to imagine. This is still a winning quarterback in the NFL, and historically, what's been a very dynamic dual-threat approach in his game has turned to more of a passing style as he's gotten older. But if he puts together one of those vintage performances we've seen over the years, he's going to be a hard one to beat. Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
On the ground, it's Jaylen Warren. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
On third down, here's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a fourth down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
The Broncos offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Throwing, Nix. Here's a screen set up to Williams. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
A throw on the move is caught. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Nix. He's got the tight end. That's Greg Dulcich. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot.
He is in. Adam Troutman. Touchdown, Denver.
When I think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. He's got it. Broncos will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Steelers offense ready to take over for their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Wilson. He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
They'll give it to Harris again. Harris, 1st down, he's not done. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Throwing now, Wilson in trouble, and down he goes.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack, now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Russ. That's caught by the tight end, Darnell Washington. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Now on 4th down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. This a 44-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That's for the former Lion, Josh Reynolds. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through 1. It's the Broncos with the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. He connects. It's in the hands of Reynolds. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And it'll be brought down right around the 40. Larry Ogunjobi with the tackle for the defense. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Nix from the gun on 3rd down. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Steelers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Now Wilson. This one complete to Washington.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
2nd down and 8. Play action. It's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
The throw on the run is complete. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Third down and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard.
There's this conception out there that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. Everyone talks about being balanced. But as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
Still first down.
They run out of the gun with Warren. And he'll take this down right to the edge of the red zone, 21. The linebacker, Jonathan Cooper, on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 12. Wilson to throw. That's to the former Ram and Falcon, Van Jefferson. And he'll be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. That is caught by the tight end, Darnell Washington. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. It's up and through. And the Steelers are on top. It's now 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense headed back to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. Here's a screen set up to Williams.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Two minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Greg and I return to Denver after this. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Throwing, Nix. He finds Mims. It's complete. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
Give him 13 on that screenplay and a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
The Steelers offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Wilson. He'll find his big target, Pat Fryermuth. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Second and a yard. Now it's Wilson. Here's a screen set up for Warren. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
To throw again is Wilson. He'll find Jefferson coming across the field. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Wilson will throw again. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
Throwing again, Wilson. He finds Austin with the grab. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers is going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. Marvin Mims now from his own end zone. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Here at halftime, it's the visitors, the Steelers, who are in the lead. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman. He's got the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Steelers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Play action. Now, Wilson. This one grabbed by Austin. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Austin brought in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down.
Nice pickup here to the back, and what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Now Russ. That's hauled in at the 2.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
They'll try to run it with Harris. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Najee Harris, touchdown Steelers.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Here's Wilson to throw. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Javonte Williams heading out with the Broncos for their next drive. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
It's another run here for Williams. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Here's Nix to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The Broncos bringing out their punter. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to hit another good one. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and Russell Wilson set to take over once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Another run here with Harris. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. They go play action now. Wilson. And he's not going to get away. They track him down.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation play out across that defensive tackle position. I mean, years ago, Mike, they were the big run stuffers. They were big bodies in there just trying to slow down the interior run game. Now, these guys are not only big, but they're real athletes. Their job is to not only push the pocket, but win one-on-one and get sacks like that. I don't think we give them enough credit for how good they are as pass rushers from the interior.
Steelers getting ready to put this one away, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Broncos offense about ready to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He connects. It's in the hands of Reynolds. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Here comes Williams on the toss to the right. Trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's shoved out of bounds and probably loses a yard.
You could see the running back. He's stretching it. He's stretching it. He's looking for somewhere to stick that foot in the ground and cut upfield, but there was nowhere for him to go. The defense continued to take away all those cutback lanes, and he had no choice to just go out of bounds.
Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground in line, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Rush comes, they're setting up the screen. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down? And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. Room past the 20. And they'll get him down, but not before he takes this across the 30-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Give up the middle to Harris. And a short pickup there to about the 36. They'll run the draw with Warren. And he's going to weave his way forward. That's a first down at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. And the Steelers first down.
On the give, it's Harris. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now a toss left side for Harris. And a good tackle out wide. Will hold him to a gain of just 3. This would go a long way to sealing this one. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Harris. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
That's to the outside, and he's got Jefferson.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the gun, it's Wilson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
On 2nd down, Wilson. This one is complete. It's Pickens. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
A gain of 14.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. They've been in complete control. They've been able to dictate what they want to do offensively and make the defense react. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be...
Oh, the blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he finds his tight end Freiermuth. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike. And what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells. So they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This from 30 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Steelers have run out to a 24-7 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Mims. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The rookie, Bo Nix, and the Broncos offense getting set to take over once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Nix. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Got it into the hands of Mims. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll throw. It's Nick's. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the 4th quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And the Steelers will have great field position right around midfield.
Mike, that's a great play for any defensive back, let alone an undrafted rookie. I mean, to think that every single team passed on him in this past year's draft multiple times is pretty hard to believe. And again, this is the growth. This is the development that they saw when he signed there as an undrafted free agent. And he has taken advantage of every opportunity he's been given, and now he's creating turnovers for this unit.
On 1st down, it's Harris. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. A give, and here comes Harris. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.